Hey everybody, Jack here from the community team again, and I'm joined by Brooke from our US support team. Today, this is all for our aesthetic customers. We're going to go through billing, invoicing, selling add-ons, everything you need to know to run your business with Jane. So, to get us started off, things are a little bit different for treatments because it's all dependent on the amount of product you use in your treatments. So, Brooke is going to take it away here and share her screen, and we're going to show you how you're going to create your treatments for your clients.
All right. Thank you, Jack. All right. So I'm first going to go through here on how we can set up those treatments for our services for our aesthetics practices who are billing based on the number, as Jack said, of the product that we're using for those appointments. So the general setup for your services then, I'm just going to head to our settings under treatments, classes, and group appointments. You may have this named differently. And just have a look at one of our services here, one of our filler ones. So as you can see, if we look at this price here, we have this set to $0. This way somebody books in for the filler appointment, and we're not charging them yet, as it's going to depend on how many units of a particular product that we use. One thing to maybe mention here is you may not want to display the price online. Otherwise, people might think you are offering free Botox or
But the
free
best, the
fillers.
best, pretty much the best deal in town, by
Yes,
the
you guys
sounds
are
of it,
offering
right?
a great deal. Yeah, so maybe just hide your prices online. One thing you guys can do, though, to have a bit of pricing online is in the description, maybe before booking, you could write in here, maybe the cost of how much it is per unit that you use for these appointments, or any description on the appointment at all you can add in there. But if you wanted to put a price in there, you could do that definitely in there. All right, so now since our service is $0, to build, we would need to create a product for the service or for what we're billing. So those are created in our products tab here. And for example, we have our Botox product, and we can see here it is set to $10. All right, so now let's see this in action on scheduling and billing for this. So if I book in somebody for one of our Botox treatments here, come the date of the appointment, we can do our service, do our note, and when we are ready to pay, we would sell them the Botox product. This can be sold a couple of different parts or areas here. I like to do it from this arrow next to our pay button. So here we'll see this add items. And when we select that, we can now sell our Botox product. I like to do it from here because from here I can easily change the quantity of this I used. So if I wanted to do it maybe a large amount, I can just type in that number. There is another area where you can sell this from, which I will show you that as well. So I'll just actually remove that one. And that can be done in the billing info here of the appointment. So this way, if I select the add item, I can go ahead and sell our Botox product, but I don't have the ability from here to just change this quantity by typing in the amount. I would just have to scroll up to how much I used.
This is a
So
good
kind of
area, I think, to like add in like after sales or add-on services and products as well.
Yeah, definitely. So with Jane, there is only one appointment that somebody can be booked in for. So if somebody does do any sort of add-on service, we do also recommend using that product to add on those services as well. So either way would be a good place to do that, but this billing info, pretty easy to do those add-on services as well.
Awesome. And I guess if there's an add-on service that doesn't have like a set or does have a set amount, you could just do the double booking feature really
Mhm.
quickly beside the appointment? Would that work too?
Yeah. So the other, if you don't want to do your add-on services as a product, you can easily double book an appointment on your end to invoice for those additional services. So for double booking on the admin side, all you would need to do is hit the D on your keyboard, and all of your already booked appointments move over to the left, and I can book in for another service here. And I would need to arrive both of those. So if I just
Hmm.
go ahead and arrive them, and depends again if it's a service that does require a filler or like a unit, I'd have to go through that same process of adding how many units I used.
Awesome. All right. I don't know if we want to move over to gift cards before we start looking at the charting. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, so gift cards is definitely something we see a lot of our aesthetics practices offering. There, you do have the ability to sell gift cards online. This would be using Jane Payments. So another great feature with Jane Payments is you can have your gift cards available for purchase online, and clients can go ahead and purchase those themselves.
Awesome.
To set up gift cards online, that is done in your settings. Here, if I scroll down to our billing settings. So here I can make, where is it? Wait, it's probably up here. Enable online sale for gift cards.
Awesome. And Brooke, is there a limit that you can put on gift card sales?
Yes, yeah. So in the settings here where we enabled those online gift cards, you can set a limit on how much of a maximum you are going to allow to be put onto gift cards. I believe by default, we automatically set this to $200. So probably want to change that if you're going to be allowing patients or clients to put on more than that. So here in the we call it the gift card transfer limit. You can change the amount to whatever the maximum you want to be allowed on gift cards.
Awesome. And maybe we can into the booking side of Jane and see what that looks like to buy a gift card.
Yeah. So here, when a client is logged into their client portal, they'll have the gift cards option here. So we can go ahead and purchase gift cards. I can put how much I want on this. And again, using Jane Payments, you would need to be using it to sell gift cards. Client may already have a credit card on file. I can just go ahead and use that, or I can add a new credit card. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one on file already.
I guess a good thing to shout out for Jane Payments is that there's no hidden fees, there's no monthly fees or PCI compliant fees. It's only whenever you process a transaction with it.
You
So if
you got
you're
it.
thinking about selling gift cards for the holidays, it's a good time to enable it.
Yeah, definitely. No hidden fees on that. The processing fees are the same regardless of the type of credit card you're charging to. Yeah, so great. And there's great features that come with that.
It's true. You can
Yeah.
just drop a few before we move on. I guess you can collect credit card information in the intake forms, send pay, balance text, and emails, set booking policies for your appointments as well.
Yeah, share credit cards memberships as well. So if you offer a membership and you want those credit cards to auto charge every billing cycle, another option with Jane Payments.
Awesome. And I
Yeah.
guess the last thing we'll see now is when we buy this gift card is the little code that it makes for folks to use and redeem.
Yeah, so if I was actually purchasing this for someone, what I have here now is this redemption code. So if I purchased it for myself, pretty easy, I can just make note of that code here. But if I purchase this for someone, I could copy and paste, send this to somebody to redeem themselves.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's time. Maybe we'll dive into the charting side.
hmm
Um, talk a little bit about some of the best practices that we've seen come up, I guess, on the support side.
Yeah, well, with charting, so, and this is with any discipline, we always recommend charting from that practitioner day sheet. Few reasons, it's a nice convenient way to select an appointment and view their previous charts. all of that billing information we were doing, selling products, I can do that right from here. If I select the appointment a second time, I can sell, those products, do everything from here. And when you add a note, it automatically links the appointment date to this chart that we're going to be adding. So here I've just gone ahead and added in one of our chart templates, and I can go ahead, start my note. And what we see a lot with our aesthetics practitioners is the ability, or what they like, is that you can take pictures within Jane. So a great feature here, and this can be done using two different features in your charts, depending on what you want to do with those pictures. So one option is if you wanted to take a picture and maybe draw on that picture you actually take, that would be using the body chart. Body chart, you could have a pre-picture loaded as we have here, but like I said, you could draw on a picture that you take, or you could just upload a picture, maybe before and after picture as we have here in this template. But the ability to take pictures is available if you're using Jane on your phone or on a tablet. I'm on a laptop, so I don't have this option, but if you were to select this choose file with the file image, I would also have the ability to use my device's camera if I was on a phone or a tablet. And then I could take a picture and it's saved right here into this patient's chart.
I
If you
think
were using, oh,
I was just going to interrupt and say I think if folks don't know that they can be logged into Jane on multiple devices, right? So you could have
mhm,
your laptop or your tablet that you usually note take with, and then pull up your cell phone and take that picture directly, upload it into the chart, and it'll be on your
exactly, yeah,
laptop
and
too,
then
right?
complete it on the laptop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same thing with the body chart. If you wanted to take a picture, you'd select the change image. You can use your camera, your phone's camera, and then you could draw, just as I'm doing here on this existing picture, we can draw or even make those pointers on that.
Awesome. And I think the other thing that comes up a lot is getting your medical director's signature right on your chart. So the 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 way to do that in Jane is very similar to like completing your chart and then handing that paper chart to them, right? So maybe we have a little look at how you do that.
Yeah, exactly. So as Jack said, it's, when you're done your paperwork here, you are going to hand this off to your medical director. If your signature needs to be on that chart, so what you can do is add in the signature option item when you create your template, and we can go ahead and sign this. So now to hand this off to my medical director, at the bottom here, we'll see this flower or sorry, cogwheel icon. And when we select that, we can change the author to our medical director. Once I do this, I'm not able to make any more changes to this. So if I did need to change anything, what would need to happen would be for my medical director now to hand that paper back to me. So they would have to be logged in, and at the bottom, when they're logged in, they can hit that same cogwheel to assign me as the author again. And then once I have done anything that I need to do, if I miss something or need to correct something, I would then hand it back to them for them to sign.
Awesome. And I guess before we move on to the reports that you'll probably want to be looking at, it's a good thing to just shout out our template library. So if you are moving from a different software or you've just been using paper charts your entire career, we do have a digital library, I guess, that other practitioners in the Jane community have created and shared.
Mhm.
So you can go, I guess, virtual shopping and see if there's paperwork that's built out for you already for you to just use straight away.
Yeah, definitely. I'll quickly jump over to where to access that. So that's done in a staff member's profile, and they're going to head to the templates tab. And here we'll see this template library. So it is broken up into discipline. We have aesthetics as one of our disciplines here. And the cool thing about this is if there's a template in here you like, but you maybe want to change anything to it, you can totally make changes to this. You're not restricted to what somebody else has created.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if I wanted to use this one, I can then come in here and locate it in our demo site, and I can make any changes to this. So if I wanted to remove either full options, I can go ahead and remove a full option, or I could add new parts to this too.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, I think we are going to move on to our reports. And one of the ones we were thinking we'd show you is the product performance report.
Yeah, I like the product performance report. So the performance report, it's called products, but it can be used also for treatments. And so it's located here in our reports tab under product performance. Many of our reports, it can be filtered by location, staff member. We can put in a date range, and then whether they're going to be for products or appointments or even memberships. And then here I can see the number of sales that I have sold for this product or treatment. So with that, you know, billing per units, here where I can see how many units of a particular product that I have billed. So here in our demo site, it looks like we have billed 103 units of Botox. I can see the total of that. If you did put in a cost of that product, what it costs you to purchase, we can put in that and then we could see, the profit on what we made on those even.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think one thing we could also look at is the inventory report, right? The same area when we're setting up the product and we're putting in how much it actually costs,
Hmm.
and we can also put in an order or reorder threshold. So if you want to do your reordering and making sure you have the right amount of filler on hand,
Hmm.
you can pop to this report, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So here in the inventory report, I can see same as the product performance, maybe the number of units that I've billed or sold. When you set up your products, you can put in, like Jack said, a reorder limit. And so when something needs to be reordered, I can view that and go ahead and reorder that. It's just important that when you do receive that new shipment, that you update the quantity that you have in the setting of that product.
Perfect. Awesome. I think that is it for this week. Was there anything else you wanted to cover today, Brooke?
I think that's it.
That's it? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Well, we will say goodbye and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.